Sunday's matches then. First one was at Vicarage Road, Watford at home to Leicester, and of course Watford after that mauling at Anfield were looking to bounce back. First game in charge for the new Leicester coach Brendan Rodgers. Okay, so let's get into the action. There was a free kick after a couple of minutes that Watford's Manopa shot, but Schmeichel dealt with it easily. And then a little later, Moss blew up for a free kick with Deeney already through into the box, and he was a bit miffed about that. However, the Delafeu free kick was met by the said Watford captain Deeney, and he headed it in, and it went past Schmeichel, and that was 1-0 to the Hornets. 9 minutes then, first constructive attack by the Foxes, and Barnes unfortunately couldn't find a colleague with his cross. Vardy was looking lively, but then there was a very bad collision following a free kick with the said Vardy and the Watford goalkeeper Foster, and they were both stretched out for a number of minutes getting attention for the head collision. They did both resume. Then 20 minutes, Leicester were getting more of the possession, and but overall it was pretty evenly matched. But chances, clear-cut chances, were at a premium. So we're into the second half now, and on 50 minutes, a shot by Ndidi was easy for Foster. And then on 51, Doucouré's shot was pushed away by Schmeichel. Delafeu was subbed by Gray, and he looked none too pleased after his efforts the week before with the hat-trick. But then on 74 minutes, Vardy ran on to a nice move by Tielemans, and he put the ball pinpoint into the corner, and that was 1-1. Both teams pressed hard for the winning goal. A minute from time, Madison's cross was headed wide by Morgan when it looked easier to hit the target. And then finally, in added time, Gray managed to convert following a poor clearance by Schmeichel, and Watford had snatched the points 2-1. So the first derby of the day, and it was down on the Thames at Craven Cottage, Fulham and Chelsea. There's only just over 1 mile between these teams, so the visitors didn't have far to travel. Fulham still without Schürrle. He's been sick quite a bit recently. Kappa was back in as the Chelsea number 1, and Chelsea had the early possession and an early chance for Higuain on 4 minutes, but he headed wide. On 6 minutes, Brian had a great strike for Fulham, but it was just wide of Kappa's goal. On 17 minutes, Kappa fumbled a bit of a cross, but he managed to recover. And on 18 minutes, Barkley's shot went just over. And then on 20 minutes, a really swift move led to Azpilicueta's cross to the near post, and Higuain pounced on it and hit it first time, and it broke the back of the net. Rico just didn't have a chance. So 1-0 to Chelsea. Fulham responded quite well, and Sessegnon was looking quite effective down the left. His cross was deflected, and Mitrovic on the volley brought the best out of Kappa. Okay, so we got to 27 minutes, another cross from the left, and this time Chambers, who was completely unmarked, managed to hit the ball into the ground, and it bounced in to the roof of the net. So Fulham back level, 1-1. 30 minutes, Jorginho had restored Chelsea's lead. He managed to side foot across neatly from the edge of the box after good work by Willian and Hazard. So that was about it for the first half. Although Hazard did force a sharp stop from Rico, more defensive frailty from Fulham. So into the second half. Nice interplay between Chelsea, but the final shot from Hazard was well held by Rico. On 49 minutes, Mitrovic's shot, after some good Fulham play, went just over. And Fulham were gaining in confidence, asking questions of Chelsea's defence. Bryant had a good shot, battered away by Kepa on 71 minutes. And so it continued. Pedro came on for Hazard and Loftus-Cheek replaced Barclay. But it was still Fulham on the front foot, searching out the equaliser. 87 minutes, a Mitrovic header brought out a flying save from Kepa. And then in added time, Sessegnon managed to get the ball in the net, but he was flagged offside. So Chelsea hung on to the win, 2-1. Disappointing for Fulham, good effort from them. So to the final match of the weekend, Goodison Park for the Merseyside derby. No Richarlison, surprisingly, for Everton. Calvert-Lewin still up front. Schneiderlin was retained in midfield. And Firmino was warming the bench with Keita and Shaqiri. There was a great atmosphere at Goodison, really noisy. Very wet surface though. Some rain in the air, and it was drizzling throughout the game from time to time. To the action then, 9 minutes, Van Dijk clearance after some Everton pressure. Sigurdsson looking dangerous. On 12 minutes, a great chip cross from Henderson, but good defending by Coleman thwarted the opportunity. A couple of minutes later, Salah went on a jinking run, but his shot was held comfortably by Pickford. Everton looking good on 22, but Robertson cleared the danger. This was the pattern that was being established, really. A lack of a cutting edge up front, both sides offensively minded, but lacking that real final creativity. We did see Salah one-on-one with Pickford on 28, but the goalie stood up well and his long legs managed to push the ball clear. Walcott on 38 got ahead of Robertson, but his effort was way over. So goalless at the break then, into the second half, and it was much the same. The game badly needed a goal. Arnold was looking purposeful on the right, but Pickford managed to deal with a free kick of his at his near post. On 64 minutes, a break from Liverpool, but Mane managed to get his head to it, but it was tame and easily handled. Everton started to grow in confidence as we got to the final quarter. And Fabinho, then on 68, missed a golden opportunity for Liverpool from a Van Dijk header that Denya cleared. The last 10 minutes, end-to-end stuff, but defenses was very solid. 84 minutes, a real scramble in Everton's box, but Liverpool just couldn't get their act together. So it petered out to a goalless draw. Everton probably more pleased than Klopp. And that's it from week 29. So how is it looking? Well, Man City are back on top. They're 1 point ahead of Liverpool. Spurs remain in third, but Man U's win and Chelsea's is closing the gap on Spurs in third. At the bottom, it's much as it was. Huddersfield and Fulham are looking doomed, and Cardiff's form suggesting that they're going to join them in the Championship. As for the goal of the weekend, well, I am going to, well, you've guessed it, haven't you? It's that tremendous shot by Torreira for United to get them back on level terms with Southampton. But I also got to give credit to Valerie's opener in the same game. Two absolutely fantastic shots. That's your lot then.